And I just need to ensure that this is happening. You've arrived here at this portal. There it is. Hello, hello. Arrived here at this portal. Yes, everything is fine. Everything is awesome. And chat is pulled out. Hello, everyone. We are streaming live. Hello. Now, let's explain where we are in the priest. I'm not sure that I'm going to stream this again. This might be my last priest stream. Once it pulls up, I'll show you what's going on. Probably it's what you expect considering the title. It's like a lot of off-stream grinding. Everything's fine. Here we are. You can now see the wood grows around the walls of the mantis. Any student of history knows the mantis has no walls. Well, the wood is the walls of the mantis. Okay, here we are. Looks a bit different, don't it? All right. Although my board is usually always organized this way now. Used to be slightly different in the past. But generally about this way. All right. Because I used to put like lore and books down here, and people usually up here, and patrons on the side, but it doesn't really matter. Look at all this. Okay, mechanically, before I get to role play, mechanically what has happened? Well, I realized that when you use your job to be a priest, it's 50 seconds, which is shorter than physical labor without upgrades, and about the same length as office clerical work. So you can't really get a lot of money off that. You can't really live, because sometimes you don't even get paid. Anyway, then we found out that, okay, putting passion or reason with the right lore will, of course, get you fervor, and then you can use that to get more money, or the stupid avid follower. The avid follower is retarded because mechanically, if you don't put your cult, this guy right here, if you don't put your cult inside that to recruit him, you get notoriety. I don't know why. It's a dumbass mechanic, because I was using that to recruit people into my parish, right? All the people, this is everyone, they're in my parish, except, of course, no one keeps the moth pawn, because you always use it with Poppy, if you're smart. If you're not, you'll use somebody else, and then you'll lose the moth guy, too. He's useless. Everybody knows that. Anyway, so what's the point if you're using your cult card with other things, especially if you have to get rid of notoriety, to preach? With Forever, you're going to get the people you can't recruit, and then you're going to get notoriety again, and it's just going to be this stupid loop that you're going to be stuck in forever, and who gives a crap? So that's mechanically how that priest works right now, but the priest is supposed to give you your passion card to open the stag door. Without it, you can't get to the stag door. You can dream the way of the wood and the way of the white door with 6 lantern or knock, which is why I read that one book and said, okay, I'm dreaming deeper. How did I get all this stuff, though? Well, mechanically, I used the white door and stuff. I even got the 4 basic level 2. I used the histories. The histories of 2, 4, 6, and 2 of the 8 histories. I still have 2 more of the histories to search, but I don't want to do 8 history because getting 8 history is annoying, because you can only get 4 or 6 with the white door and then have to merge them together, which is annoying. Now, I merged slowly together to get this level 10, and I got a level 10 from a book from a level 8 exploration. That's all mechanically what's happened. I cleared out the bookstore just so I could have it, because I knew mechanically that would be useful for subverting lore. But I did not clear out the auction house. I only bought enough books to get Stum. And I only had to go through a couple books of poetry and essay and 2 books of lore that I didn't want. And then I got Stum. So I got Stum pretty quick. There's probably still 10 or 12, even maybe 15 books in the auction house that I don't need to buy. And I don't want them. In fact, when I went to level 2, 4, 6... Secret Histories, and I cleared out the bookstore, I sold most of those lore books back because I didn't need them. Because I was already getting level 6 and 8 lore through the quests. So I didn't need 2 and 4. I only subverted lore right here when it was like 6 or 8. It just, you didn't have to do much. I mean, you had to do some, but you didn't have to do as much as you thought, because you can get books that give you higher level lore, especially in the 4 and 6 areas. I got the mirror, and of course I got these tokens, right? And I've sold a few things too. I sold some instruments that I didn't need, like the bone flute, because I've got these manacles, or, there's a few things that you just sell. I really want to get actually the edge essence so I could paint with it, because I usually don't get the edge painting. But if I get one of each, I just might paint each one again just because it's fun. I got these rituals. I don't know if I can get more rituals to the auction house or not. I know there's a couple more rituals. There's at least 2 more rituals. There's the one that looks like the purple right here, but it's gray. And there's the insane one that has like it looks like not dread, but fascination, but like it kills everything. I don't have that one. I think that one's only obtainable through a level 10, 12, or 14 door with secret histories. So I don't have those. So I know I'm at least missing 2 rituals, right? So other than that, not missing a whole lot. And I have maximum stats, of course. I think Never Know is better than a Wild or Fervent Imagination, whatever it's called, because the other skill for painting gives you free passion if you need it for subversions, and Never Know gives you free reason. Passion can be damaged but not destroyed. Reason can be destroyed, but Never Know protects reason. So there's a clear benefit to having Never Know over the other one. So I would always go Never Know. I'm sorry, but it's better, because protecting your reason is way more important than protecting your passion. It just is, because you don't get a way to improve your reason other than converting passion, and there's only so much passion in the game. I have the max, apart from like maybe reading a lore one time that gives you a free passion. I think there's 2 that do that in the game. I'm not sure. And I got, of course, a matchless physique. This has benefit over a flawless physique, because a matchless physique lets you work for 40 seconds. So $2 every 80 seconds, which is like what Glover and Glover pays you. You know, and why not? But the other one, a flawless physique, still does 45 seconds to work physical. So really, there's a benefit to having matchless other than flawless. Unless you have to get flawless for a specific reason, always go matchless and always go Never Know. And of course, you want to go silent intensity instead of the other one, because this gives you free dread. The other one gives you, I don't know what it gives you, but free dread is way too useful, and free fascination is the library. So again, this is my thing, because the only thing I don't have free is free passion. And free passion isn't necessary. And free glimmering. So I don't have glimmering or passion. You're always going to miss out on 2. So I don't care about glimmering or passion. I can just work painting while I'm doing subversion of war. It doesn't matter. So that's game mechanic-wise what happens. And I have everybody. Now that you've been informed of this over the course of... what is it? 6. My timestamp says 9 minutes I've been talking. All right. That's the mechanics of it. So I got the max amount of lore I could with the books, and I sold a lot of books back. I was not going to go through tiny lores when I had bigger ones. I'm almost maxed out on a lot of lore, actually. The lore that's hardest to get, and surprisingly is not edge once you get higher level lores. It's hard lower level, but higher level there's more edge. Lantern and hard, as you can see. There's a lot of knock books that I sold I didn't need. Knock is just good for hoovering up extra lore. I had a bunch of extra lore here that I hoovered up with knock, so I got this knock because I only had 10. I hoovered it up with a level 2 knock. Got to it. So I didn't even have to use my VAC book of knock, which was only an 8 category lore here of this, so I don't need it. Anyway, this is enough lore for the entire game, except for if you're going for a specific one and you want to max it out. You don't need more than 10 and maybe 12, if any, lore. You don't. You just don't. I have every scholarship except VAC. The only way to get VAC is to go to the Peacock Door or get a bowl. And I can't get that bowl until maybe level 10 or level 12 Secret Histories, and I just didn't want to farm for that. And some of the VAC books aren't even necessary. If they have a ritual... I sold a VAC book for lore, like I said. It only gave me 8. But I have liminal evocation. I have 12 anyway, so I'm fine. You know? The lore actually tells you how to upgrade it, which is nice. Right? Requires open soul or passion, and requires glimmering. So you need passion, you need glimmering, and you also need health, glimmering, and passion. So that's 3 checks. So it's going to be at least 3 minutes, because I think each check is 30 seconds. So that if you just open the lore, it tells you really what you need to subvert it or to use it, which is very nice. If people would have read more, they wouldn't be more surprised. The game didn't used to do that, by the way. Now it does, if you read. But can it read? So I found everybody from my parish. I got all the max skills. I got all the, I farm this stuff. I could sell it if I need money. Money's not really a problem. Getting rid of notoriety and getting rid of evidence has been a thing. I guess now in roleplay perspective, what is my roleplay? Well, I was preaching for a while and getting people for the parish and speaking of esoteric matters, just trying to recruit people for the parish. It was generating this notoriety. I found some secret histories, and then that generated notoriety, and I realized this is probably, they're going to think I'm a bad priest. So I stopped preaching for a while and just decided to generate notoriety, keep getting the law on my ass, because I was like, well, I just need more people and more items. I think I need them, and I'm painting murals for the church, and, everything was going according to all of that. And I got really passionate. I got really studious because I learned all these languages because a priest needs to have all that. And I got really strong. So I'm this big barrel of a priest who studied a lot and who has a lot of passion in him for his parish. So I would actually be the most awesome priest of your village in 1932, right? And this is my parish, right? That and other people that just joined temporarily. That's the role play of it. And I was dreaming, and I was getting histories, and I was exploring, telling my parish, hey, I heard about this location. You want to check it and see if there's anything cool? And every time they come back with a reputation, and I have to smooth it over with the authorities, and it was a little bit annoying. But that's the role play. So now let's actually go back to work for the preach. Oh yeah, I don't have the church as my location. Of course, I had to do the library because all the church ever gave you was glimmering, and use the sanctuary, use glimmering or whatever. And I'm like, I don't give a crap about that. And then level 2 knock when you paid. I don't care about that. I always need 5 or 6 anyway. So 2 was almost useless. And so there it is. So I think it's time we pray. I am almost sick, but I can get rid of that in 30 seconds. So I'm good. I was feeling a little ill, but I'm okay now. I actually, in 30 seconds, I could actually recover this health and then recover that. Everything's cool. So let's actually preach now. Earn a living or practice the invisible arts? Well, what do I preach? Well, I think moth might be passion. I think grail might be passion. Heart might be passion. And I think everything else is logic. Right? I believe this is the case. High level lore has generation fervor. So let's try this with passion. And I don't have any forever, so let's just preach for 50 seconds. It doesn't pay very well. Oh, that's right. Yeah, okay, fast forward. So I'm resting up. I just got a little ill. But everyone's like, oh, a preacher would never die. He's awesome. He's stout. He's sturdy. And, maybe I am. Maybe I can fight off the wolves myself. Okay, there we go. That's the thing. Oh, that's a dread trap, which I don't really care about. Aha, look at all that. So the dream is over, and we will recover our strength. No big deal. Let's find out what my parish does today. You always got to have that cult card. Freaking detective got nothing on me, man. Okay, there it is. And now, if you don't have your card here, then you will get notoriety, which is kind of dumb. Okay, well, I got forever. And that's pretty cool. Can you put forever in there? No, but can you study forever? It might be possible with the right combinations to raise more power. I don't know. Forever has 2 heart. So maybe, I don't know. Can you do moth and with forever? And no, you can't. You can use the moth lore, but you can't put this in there. So forever, I don't know. It's just not being used for much. And I guess now it's just time to put the cult in there. Right? Sometimes if you don't do it, notoriety. You got to smooth things over. And now I have forever. So I guess you better use it. Otherwise, that turns into dread. So it looks like we're going to go back to preaching. This time with forever. And I guess we're going to use more passion because I could use Grail, which is definitely passion. So we could have a Bacchus or Dionysus cult where everyone's having orgies all over the place and getting drunk and snorting coke. That actually sounds pretty fun. I might do that. Because that's the only way you're going to get me to believe in your God is just to get me fucking high and my mind's not in the right spot. So why not? I don't have anything to study right now. I could just study reason or something or health. If you don't have anything to study, I guess studying health for a piece of vitality might be good just in case you need it. And I don't have anywhere to search right now because I'm not summoning Cthulhu. And I don't have anyone to talk to because I don't need commissions right now. I have plenty of things. Okay, let's see what happens. Notoriety again, even with that? Oh, bullshit. Worshipper has dreamt of St. Angus of the Division. Meanwhile, our devotion has caused problems. But if you don't put him in, you get notoriety. If you put him in, you get notoriety. I'm not happy with this. Well, I've got heart. Speak on cult business. Grab that notoriety next time. I don't know. That's bullshit. It really is, because I thought that... I mean, it gives you notoriety if you don't put it in. So if you do put it in, you get notoriety. What the hell? There's no way around that. At last, the forever is spent. What have they made of this night? Forever and work together will almost always cause exaltation, but we'll use up the forever. So, I got one fund, but what's the whole point of exaltation? As long as I don't draw the attention of the bishop through dereliction or scandal, I can draw a living here. What do you mean? Like, literally. I'm just going to keep doing this because notoriety is bullshit right now. I didn't get... I didn't get... this is... Oh, tentative evidence is probably the attention of the bishop. Yeah. Maybe we should do reason this time. I can't even put that shit in there. It just has to be the thing, you know? And I hope I don't get a season of suspicion. Okay, it isn't. It's a season of silence. There's nothing that happens. So I actually should be able to grab that notoriety before it's too late. Hopefully it doesn't generate more. Yeah. You can't make a summons grab notoriety. It has to be a person with heart. It can't be a summons with 8 heart. I tried Azim. He didn't do anything. Okay, health, vitality, like I said. Just to have some vitality for a while. No big deal. Look at this. It's a donut. Grab that notoriety, please. I have no desire to wait out 4 minutes. And there you go. Smooth things over. Otherwise, I gotta do this again. It's a bit annoying. These things are cool, but you can't swish them together. You gotta have something else. Again? God damn. There's got to be something else I can put here. See, the only thing I can put in here is cult business. That's it. That is the only thing that goes in here. Not a single goddamn thing else goes in there except cult business. And if you don't do it, you know what happens. Let's spend the forever. Let's get exaltation. I haven't preached on knock. That's reason. Now, this might be over before this is over, so I might be able to stuff it in there. Yep, I got rid of it. Yay me. And now I'm getting free vitality, and now I can put this in here. And I don't want to do it, but I don't know what else to do. Is that like my... Does my cult card have a level? No, it doesn't. Like, what's the whole point of this? This is the game loop I don't understand. I don't know how to get my preacher to a higher state of enlightenment in the cult, in the cultish stuff. So now I'm outside of roleplay again, and I'm in the game mechanics. I'm not really sure what to do. So, of course, people have donated. So this is the other thing that can happen. You get the money. You've seen this before. And you can get a sturdy worshiper, which I don't need. These guys don't do anything. They're just 2 edge. They're just freaking edgelords. They don't do anything. And you can't... You can use them to search. You can use them to talk about stuff, but they don't talk about cult business. They just... You know, they're just edge. You can get them to search for stuff, but what's the point? They just find the basic stuff. I'll show you that they find crap. The same thing anyone else finds. You know, so do I keep preaching and keep doing this and generate another? I don't. This is the game loop. I'm not sure what I'm actually supposed to do. I could figure it out. I'm pretty sure. Yeah. Okay, more free vitality. I could study it for no reason at all. For absolutely no reason. I don't think you can study forever. So see, he finds things. This is a good one. I mean, a fortune teller is good for missions, but I don't know. I could hire this person for no apparent reason. Like, what's the point? I don't know a point. I'm just doing it because I can. Do I have to talk about Sauce-chan on forever? I don't know. I don't think so. I don't think you can. All right. Oh, I'm in my happy place again. Hooray. Okay, so I put the forever in. I didn't. Yes, I did. And there it is. So forever and lore together will almost always cause exaltation, but we'll use up the forever. See, there's not much to do here. I still have this. But you can't put forever in here. I've already tried, and this is the only thing that goes in here. Right? If that generates notoriety, I'm upset. So do you have to always have your dude talking about cult business? Because that takes 30 seconds. This would take a minute. So you could actually substitute it back in when you're done. Like this would be the more smart game loop if you're not using speech for anything else, right? I could always put these guys in the closet as a prisoner for the spider door. So they're kind of like an endless supply of prisoners, if you will. I'm guessing that's what we can do with them. I'm gonna just research these. I don't know why. I don't need to. Lesson learned, right? Now, I did Noct lore. I did this lore. I guess I did heart lore, right? Lantern is reason, right? And this is high level lore, so it's always probably going to generate that. Yeah. Hopefully you don't generate notoriety again, because the season of suspicion will be upon us. What is this? A season of despair. Despair. If you've played Warlord's Battlecry, you know what I'm talking about. If not, play the game. Oh, mystique, huh? Well, if I talk about cult business, you can get rid of that mystique for me. That's fine. Not that I need you to get rid of it, but, you know, it's a shield for the detective and all that good stuff. So you found me a fortune teller for no good reason. I don't know. I could search one of these for a location to send people out. I don't know why I would want to, other than that might give me something cool, but I always want to keep one of these, of course. And you can get level 10 lore out of this with the spider door. That's 8 and 10, and 10 and 12 is the peacock door. So these aren't exactly rare to get once I open up my ability, but I don't think there's a reason to do this. This is the game loop that I'm a little confused about. So I've got despair. So you're going to grab Mystique. I think it has a 100% success rate, grabbing Mystique. So a lesson learned for no particular reason. And look, I got 3 of these assholes. For no reason. Other than that I could sacrifice them to the god. Well, tonight they listen, but they don't hear. Are you you dick. Is that actually passion? Probably not. But we can try again. Because I'm pretty sure that lantern is reason, not passion. This is why I don't think I'm going to film this. I'm just going to look up what to do with the priest, because this game loop is now frustrating me. There's no flavor text here that will tell me what I can do to increase it. I mean, am I supposed to talk again with my forever with Solchan? Because I could try that. Yeah, see, 100% success with glimmering. I mean, you know, that stuff, whatever, you know, mystique, but not necessarily that useful. But the season of suspicion. Oh, the hook. See, I don't have a passion card, so I'm just gonna get restlessness, you know. And oh, I got the eye. Well, suffice to say, I honestly want to look this up. Right? I opened a new tab. Where's my new tab? Yeah, I want to look this up. Cultist simulator. Hello. The eye. Okay, it says, of course, you get it with level 10. The rewards are a tool, which is not bad. A Noct tool is pretty nice. You get the consecrated lintel, which I think is an 8 level Noct tool. I think. I'm guessing. Yeah, an 8 level Noct tool. You get cracked watchman's glass, which I like, because the Watchman's Glass lets you go to the Peacock Door twice as often. While you're fixing one, you can go to the door with another, so you can continuously go through it. So it's useful, right? It's only a Lantern 3 ingredient, but it can be used with the Peacock Door. So it's useful. So you get 2 useful items. You get you get a Codex, which is going to give you Heart level 6, but no rights. RITE, no rights. So there's no point I could sell that book because I don't need level 6 Heart at all. I mean, it can't even do anything. I've got 10 or 12 and everything, so 6 would do nothing for me. So the book can be sold. And the Book of Masks, that's a moth book. It's in Phrygian, and it's level 10 moth. It doesn't give you a right, but it's level 10 moth. Level 10 moth would not be useful to me because I have level 12 moth. Now, if this is level 10, actually, yes. Level 10 moth would be useful because I can get level 12 lantern out of it. So the moth would be useful and the tools would be kind of fun. This would not be a bad place to go. You need Forge and Winter to succeed in this. If all you have is Forge and Winter, you will be fine. Which my Fortune Teller has no Forge or Winter. And Lantern and Moth are not used at all in these challenges, so this guy would be completely useless. And Edge isn't even used, so all 3 of these guys together would be useless. Even though that would give you 6 and give you 1 chance of passing Edge, there's no Edge. You have to add Forge or Winter, Forge or Knock. So Forge, you win twice, brother. And then it's either Heart or Winter. So if you add Forge and Winter, you win. So Forge and Winter. I actually could explore this. I don't see a reason not to. But I'm wondering if I could get a Forger, like one of these guys, the guy who does Forge, so that I don't waste, So it's Forge and Winter. I could summon. You can summon Winter. You can summon Forge. There'd be some great summons to use on this mission. That would almost guarantee success. We could try it. But first, maybe the Fortune Teller can... No, maybe you can find me for the ritual. You can find me what I'm looking for. So I can explore this area. And if you find me what I'm looking for, I'll summon people. And if I summon people, then everything's fine. Okay, well, I didn't get Fervor, and it just says you suck. So I tried both, and it failed. This is why I don't care about the priest's job. I get some money, it's fine, but whatever. I'd rather just summon Cthulhu or whatever. This can get me the Raw Prophet, which is, of course, 8 Moth and 8 Grail, which will not help me in this mission at all. So this is useless. And I can paint with my thing. So this is what I was looking for to get level 6 knock. So let's hopefully I get that without too many chances. Okay, so of course Vitality, which I have no reason to keep, blah, blah, blah. I'm about to get Restlessness, because I don't have a Passion card. I'm not sure how to get it. Again, I should just look it up. However, I'm probably not going to, and I'm just going to paint right now. Paint, Passion, Passion. Restlessness, just get rid of it. Perfect. So I'm hoping that this gives me, well, that's a whole thing, but if I get the level 6 knock, I'll be fine. I can summon King Crucible. And King Crucible is Forge and Edge. Azim is, was he Grail and Edge? Or is he Grail and Heart? Azim could help with this mission, but, you know, he would help more, I think, if he's Grail and Heart, I think. I need to look this up. I can't remember exactly. I know he's Grail, but I can't remember his other thing. Okay. I'll look this up really quick. Because, I mean, I've already summoned him a few times. Azim. He's Grail. God damn it, you ads. Stop it, piece of shit. Azim is 12 Edge and 12 Grail. He actually won't help at all. So, honestly speaking, only King Crucible will help, and the Maid in the Mirror will help. So, the Maid in the Mirror and King Crucible. Those are the ones that I should summon. So, sure. I could maybe summon this door, but I don't really want to go through all those book lores again. But, you know. But King Crucible is really good. I'll keep him around. That's not what I wanted. Maybe I'll find it. And maybe I'll find the white doors. But you gotta use your health in the white door. I don't have... So, yeah, this is actually an easy one to do with a couple summons. The Maid in the Mirror and King Crucible. They'll solve all your problems, hopefully, because they're high level. Oh, I can paint again. Amy. When the Season of Suspicion will come around and grab all of my... Yeah. I did not want that. I can get rid of it, though. Let's try one more time here. And of course, you always get this mystique that you don't need. You know. Now we can do this again. 2 passions, nothing else. A couple of restlessness, everybody's fine. I'll look it up off camera and just do it. I don't really want to suffer through trying to figure out exactly what I'm supposed to do with the priest. I don't want restlessness. I don't want erudition. I don't want the histories. I just wanted the knock. But, you know, whatever. I guess... Can I get knock? I could have with the church, but I don't really care. Free knock is a bit hard. You can get free knock at the other places, like at the well and stuff. Only Azim, King Crucible needs 5 knock. Everyone else can suffer with 2. So of course I can get rid of this. With this. I said with this. And I'm hoping I get that. Yes, perfect. This will last me. I could try for 2. This will last a minute, and this will last less than a minute. I'm good. I'll summon King Crucible. I also want the Maid in the Mirror, as mentioned. Oh, Season of Suspicion. I said he's going to last a while because I'm getting glimmering. I mean, mystique. Oh, I found 2. That's a little bit interesting. I didn't expect to get 2 so soon. Well, you know what they say. We can keep one around. And I don't really care about all this mystique. You can just eat it. But I should help it along with speaking about it. But okay, so let's summon. Ritual. King Crucible. So a couple lantern and some forge. Well, here's your forge and here's your lantern. King Crucible. Let's hope he doesn't struggle. I really would like him for this mission. Money, Amy. Do I need to get funds any other way? No, not really. Alright. Hopefully this works, because then I can keep that essence and Maid in the Mirror time. And I can talk with King Crucible on nothing, because I already have Deep Mandic. I already summoned him once and studied with him, so everything is fine. And I don't need to go back to the white door. Yay. 2 more minutes, and that mystique will be gone. He'll suck it all up. 3 minutes before he doesn't need any more mystique or look for it. Okay. Is she disappointed? It's difficult to tell, whistles John. I wonder if I could talk to her about the Odysseus Club and see if the priest can, like, get a naked cult or something. Because that makes more sense to me. You know, he's having a good time, and he's happy, he's laughing, he's having a good time. Yeah. I actually could summon, Teresa for no real reason. That's if you get the memory, because that gives you 2 book. And then 5 knock with... Yeah, you can do this, but... All she gives you is 12 Lantern and Secret Histories. But she does teach you Fusine. And she can give you the Lamp of the Lost and the Phallic. She can do a couple rituals with you. When you speak with her, she can, like, convert lore or something. I don't know. But I don't really know what to do other than that. Oh, King Crucible did not struggle. I actually am surprised. Literally, I am very surprised. That got damaged. Really, the Maid in the Mirror only needs 2 knock. And that's kind of funny. I mean, I could summon her with this and just keep that around, because I don't need her. I don't need to summon her. You can speak with her about Secret Histories book and she'll sign it. There's no reason for that. It's just something fun to do. Okay, well, let's do another summoning. Summoning and summoning. I guess we'll summon the Maid in the Mirror. Give me some edge in winter. Here's your winter. Oh, 2 edge. Can I use my... Oh, my disciples are gone, because all you need is 2 edge. So I'm like, oh yeah, I'll just use that guy. Anyway, here's the Maid in the Mirror. Now, I can talk with King Crucible to keep him around for a minute. And that's pretty cool. And even so, I could actually keep the Subtle Flaw with him. Because if you really want to, you can summon a hint with 2 knock, 2 edge, and 6 lantern. I don't need a hint. It only gives you lantern and edge, which is not useful for this mission. But you know, hints can summon themselves. If you have 2 knock, hints have enough edge and lantern to summon themselves. Same thing with the percussant. It'll summon itself back. The Caligyne won't summon itself because you would need Winter and Knock, and it only gives you Forge and Moth. And the Raw Prophet, it can summon itself. The Raw Prophet can summon itself. The Percussant can summon itself. The Hint can summon itself. The Maid in the Mirror can summon herself back. King Crucible cannot summon himself back, and neither can Azim. Like, literally, you would need another influence. You can use them as a sacrifice in their ritual, but you won't be able to use them directly with some knock implement to just summon themselves. You will need an influence or some lore. No, you need 3 things. But 3 things can summon themselves. I like summoning the Raw Prophet with the Raw Prophet, especially if you have evidence to get rid of. It's very useful. The hints are just interesting. Couple of hints, Lantern and Edge checks, perfect. And you can keep summoning hints. While the mission's going on, keep summoning hints. Hints are a devourer. They can struggle, but they rarely seem to. I'm not saying that's just my RNG, though. That's all I'm saying. Okay. So I have King Crucible. I'm summoning the other one. No big deal. And I could summon a hint, even though I don't really care. I actually would like another Secret Histories, but I don't know how to get to the Stag Door. I have enough lore that doesn't matter the riddle. Do I study anything? No. I don't need languages. I don't need books. I don't need people. I could always tell my forge guy to forge stuff with money. I mean, you know. But anyway, this is a pretty good one. The Eye. Okay, fine. The Eye of Ikermawi. It's a good one. I can use everything but one of the books. I'm just going to sell that book because I don't really need the other one. But the other one's pretty good. Like I said, the Moth one will let me get my lantern up. Do I dare study? I can study Glimmering for some stupid reason. Not that it matters, but, you know, you might get a free erudition, which doesn't matter. Not right now. I'm summoning. My parish won't have a congregation this month, you know? People wonder what I'm doing. You know? Oh, it's a season of dread. Yay me. I do. Let's just summon a hint for no reason. Yay. There's 19. Oh, he's struggling. The Maid in the Mirror is struggling. Let's try to keep her with passion, but she is a devourer, so she could hurt. But that's only 30 seconds. I can take 30 seconds off of him and be fine. I don't need to worry. I didn't really want to do this. I didn't want her to struggle because I don't really like to risk the summonings that struggle. But she would be very useful. Well, I just got a lesson learned for no reason. Just for no reason. Just, there it is. This is probably going to go south real quick. It's free. I hope she just injures this one. But she's a devourer. She will assault you or consume a follower. So, consume. She will eat this one. Fortunately, it was one of you. This is why you never do this. It's a gamble and it's crap. Okay, dude, let's summon the Maid in the Mirror again. You dick. Here. Winter and Edge again. I won't do it this time if she struggles. And I can talk with you about this again. Keep it steady. And she's going to eat this one. There's nothing I can do about it. She's going to destroy this one. Now, if he lives somehow, well, he is Forge. It's with 1 edge, so there's a small chance he'll live. But everyone's skeptical. No one's going to say he's going to live. Never try to wrestle your summons to the... It's not worth it. You can lose all your followers this way. Nope, Human Corpse. Now I'm going to get notoriety. I got notoriety there. And that's going to give me dread. And it's the season of... Motherfucker. I really need to summon a raw prophet now, which I can do. I don't have an 8 Grail implement though. Wait. Yes, I do. No, that's not Grail. I got one of those though. Let's summon a raw prophet. He's about to give me. Yeah. Whatever. I hope this maid in the mirror doesn't struggle. There it is. There it is. Now I just have to summon a raw prophet. There you go. She didn't struggle this time. He's fine this time. Let's summon a raw prophet this time. You, and the raw prophet, of course, needs a couple moth and some grail. So there's some grail and there's some moth, and you can summon the raw prophet. Yeah. So now I have the people I need. You douche! You killed my dude. Now I have a corpse. Because I have a corpse, it can be used in a rite, you know. But I don't have a reason to use it, so it's just gonna stink up the place. Okay, let's explore with my 2 summons and some money. Give me some more notoriety or something. I don't know. Give me some dread. I'm just gonna fall into a dread trap right now. I can get contentment. Both of these are gonna be dread at the same time, and if I get dread, it's gonna be 2. That's okay. I can paint for that. Oh, I got contentment. Look at that. Free contentment. Yay me. I'll just use it with one of these. The other one maybe can get hoovered up by something. Who knows? Okay. Now, look at all that dread. But at least I have a part of a happy place. See, look at this. This requires forge. And this requires heart or winter. So what I'm going to do is throw a forge person in there and throw a bridge person in there. Forge and winter just to have 15 of each. Right? So here's forge. And I'll throw winter in next time just to have higher odds. I don't need to. The summons can take care of it. But, you know. I'm summoning the raw prophet. I'll have to use him with speech. He's looking for evidence. Hopefully you don't struggle. The raw prophet shouldn't struggle. It should just want to have a big orgy. You know? I can speak with the raw prophet on evidence, so let's talk now because he's about to get some, probably. I'm guessing. What's this? The hours calls upon the mattresses of psalms, blah, blah, blah. It's winter. So, I am now summoning... I have now a lot. I have a major form. Hopefully this doesn't. Who is wounded? You? Who did I throw in there? The forge guy. But where is he? He's not here. I don't see him. Anyway, whatever. I guess the forge guy had a scar. Okay, maybe he had 2. Who knows? I think my edge one has 2 scars, actually. Yeah, look at that, 7. It has 1 scar already, 7 edge. Well, that's a dread trap. But anyway, did you give me evidence or not? You did give me tentative evidence. I hope another season of suspicion doesn't happen back to back, which it can happen, by the way. Okay. We have made it through the mountains. Oh, yeah. Yes, you have a scar. You have a 2-edged scar. You got hurt by something. Yes, of course. Oh, it was funny. There was a bunch of undead in that one mission I was on. And we had... You're never going to believe this. We had like 20-something edge with the summons and a bunch of people, and they kept losing. And finally, I just gave them 10 winter, and we won. Because they bowed to winter, but we couldn't defeat them. That's how I got all those scars. Okay, so do I work? Dread can be used if you need 2 edge for something. Like the Maid in the Mirror needs 2 edge, 2 knock, and 8 winter. Right? So you can use that in a summoning. Right? There's 2 edge. There's your 8 winter. And your knock would be this person here. So you can use dread in other aspects. You know, you don't have to... I'm letting some of this tick down. Because it'll just, just because, In case he fails, at least it has some time off of it. That's all I can think of, right? Okay, so let's put it in there now. It's fine. Hopefully he'll get rid of it. He's a raw prophet, man. I await word. 10 seconds. What's this? You want funds? You don't need them, but I'll give them to you. Yep, season of suspicion, like I said. It's like just happened. He has gotten rid of the evidence. I love you. I don't need moth or grail. But you know what? Since I don't need money right away, I could just put the raw prophet in there for shits and biscuits. I really don't need him in there, but there he is. You know. Now there's no evidence and no Where'd you get that? Where did you get that? Oh, the corpse. So I got notoriety. I got a corpse. The corpse gave me a second notoriety. You piece of shit. Okay, you know what's going to happen? I'm going to take this raw prophet out and put him back in the speak command. Just so he's ready for evidence again. This won't happen in time. So I will give you funds. Ah, you actually didn't struggle this time, you tool. Okay, there we go. We're almost certainly shatter this door. I have tons of forge. I don't need both those maids in the mirror, but it's fun to have anyway. You gotta just keep summoning to get rid of your notorieties, dude. And don't be afraid of notoriety, just get rid of it. And don't be afraid of evidence, just get rid of it. That's always my advice to everybody. Get rid of it. But of course, you have to know how to get rid of it. And when people don't know how, they're afraid of it. Yeah. Of course, it can fail. Now. And this is going to generate notoriety as well. But he's past that. He's on the evidence stage. The death of a door. Oh, good. Because after you, I want to put heart in there and get rid of notoriety. Hopefully we don't get another season of freaking suspicion. Alright. Tentative evidence. I await word. And the expedition continues. We might need money. We won't need money. There's no more challenges. But this is when you put your heart person in with no mystique. You did not get rid of it, you piece of fuck nugget. The raw prophet I can summon again and try again. You with you. I need Grail and Knock. Here's your Knock. Here's your Grail. Perfect. Treasure doesn't lie before us, but I could get rid of one of these notorieties. Sort of. This one. This evidence, though, you know, you gotta be prepared for this. Yes, you can fail. Yes. Okay, and yes, you can generate millions of notoriety by failing to get tentative evidence, but that's just the draw, man. That's just the luck of the draw. The Elegiast knows what is already lost. His power will almost certainly protect us. And just in case it won't, I'll give you more funds. Yes. I have money. I can sell spinsters. I'm fine. I don't really need... every time I get below like 20, I'll just do commissions again and get to 40. It's fine. So my priest is no longer preaching because, like I said, I want to do these things and get more tools, implements, blah, 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 and I don't know what I'm supposed to do with the priest anyway. You know? Okay, you're speaking on that. Treasure lies before us? No, the curse shrivels. Our power is stronger than that with the curse. The curse will not touch us. Hopefully you get rid of this notoriety. And I did summon a raw prophet, which is good for the evidence. I don't want to waste my crew members on that. I can summon another raw prophet. Just in case this one fails. Might as well try. No reason not to. You can summon as many as you want. Treasure lies before us. This is where actually you would put the heart person in so he's prepared instantly for notoriety. But for me, I don't care about the notoriety. I want to get rid of the evidence. It's more important to me. And this notoriety did get destroyed. This raw prophet can certainly speak and get rid of this tentative evidence. So I don't really care about the notoriety so much if I can get rid of the evidence, and the raw prophets can be summoned fairly easily once you have stuff to do. Stuff, and as turns to dread, I don't really care. I can use the dread to summon the Maid in the Mirror again. Everything's cool, you know. But when it says treasure lies before us, wait a couple seconds before you put your heart member in here, because then it'll happen just after and not before. So just in case you're trying not to make it hoover up some mystique, you want it to be trailing behind by about a second or two, maybe just 1 or 1.5 seconds. The raw prophet did not struggle. I am happy. Now I have this, so of course, just get rid of it. What are you doing? Oh, I can speak with you on yourself until you're almost ready. Then I can like save timer on him and then get rid of the tentative evidence. There's no reason why not. You should not save timer. Okay, and this is notoriety. You always get notoriety. And like I said, this is good. An 8-level knock implementer, so I can actually sell the 4-level knock because I don't need it anymore. You don't need to keep old ones when you have new ones. The cracked mirror, fantastic. I'll fix it. The moth is what I want. I literally do not need this right here. It's a level 6. It's infringing and it's only a level 6. And even, I've already looked it up. The Larcubine Codex, right? Like I said, once more I'll look it up, and it just gives you heart 6. It is not useful to me at all. If it was heart 8, it wouldn't even be useful to me. It would have to be heart 10 to be useful to me. And heart 6 is pointless, so I will sell this. But I will study this one. Okay, you got 5 seconds left. I'll put the evidence in. I will study this book, but it's in Phrygian. So I will decode it first, and then I will use it for Lantern. And this is how we do our missions. This is how we do it. I await word. Hopefully you don't die on me and generate more notoriety. You didn't. Hooray. Now I have notoriety. I have all these summons and notoriety. I can hoover it up if the Season of Suspicion doesn't come around first. And hopefully it hoovers it up. And the Season of Suspicion wouldn't even happen for 34 seconds, and then it'll be 10 notes, Season of Fascination. Actually, it's pretty cool. So I got rid of the Restlessness, no big deal. I did get some Glimmering Mystique, so that will actually provide a shield anyway. So, all these summons for no reason other than the fact that I can summon them. You know? No, I'm going to speak with my Forge guy on repairing the cracked mirror. I think all he needs is money. He doesn't need a spinster for it. And now what am I supposed to do? Preach again? Well, my cult is busy at the moment. And I have notoriety. I would prefer not to have any evidence or notoriety against me. And now, of course, I have 8 seconds left on this. Maybe, you know, I'll just give myself some free vitality. There you go. Now I'll study this. Perfect. Give me some glimmering so I can subvert lore. The season of whatever. The season of excitement. The season of all that good stuff. Now... Oh, wait, I don't want you to hoover up Mystique. I want you to hoover up notoriety. Thank you very much. That's what I'm talking about. That's why you want the voice to lag behind the notoriety, because this voice could come up and hoover up one of your Mystique if you have like a pack of it that you're trying to grab. Not worth it. There you go. And what was I going to do with work at this point? Well, we're going to dream. What can I do for work? The raw prophet can summon itself if this fails, but, you know. If you made the mirror, she can summon. You got rid of it. Sweet. So, there you go. Notoriety gone. Evidence gone. The detective's got nothing. What do I do? Well, I'm studying this, so my plan now is just to subvert this lore. I'll subvert it to Lantern lore and have 12 Lantern. Cool. So the only thing I won't have 12 of then is Heart. I'm happy. But how do I get my priest stuff up? I bet you it's something very simple. I'm just missing the text somewhere. Right? An appointment to a quiet parish. As long as I don't draw attention, I can draw a living here. Job. And there was never a timer on it, so I don't know. And oh, maybe you can talk to Soul's Chan about it, but probably not. Like, absolutely probably not. Nope. She does absolutely nothing to this. She does nothing for your physique. She doesn't compliment you on you'd be a great dancer. She's not going to study with you, and she certainly doesn't give a fuck about your imagination. You know? The only thing you can talk with about is virtually everything. Can't do anything with that. Can't do anything with that. Actually, since I was going to sell these anyway, you might as well just sell them. You might say, why? No, I want the implement. There's no reason for it. I have a better one, and if I need a final ritual, I have a better one anyway. I don't need it. If there's no reason to keep stuff you don't need. Okay, I studied this book. And there it is. And that's the subversion of the lore. Now, I have Glimmering, and that's what you need for Moth and Lantern, and I have everything out, so honestly speaking, we'll just, this will make Lantern lore. Of course it will. My Glimmering should be just sufficient enough. And what are you? Oh, yeah. If you want to talk about it, you can. You can talk about her with her own club if you want. See, look. Yes. There's just some flavor text here. I'll show it to you before I stop recording, because I don't need to record anymore. I don't know what I'm supposed to be doing. Season of Suspicion. I have nothing. Ha ha ha. You know, I should send my raw profits to seduce you. You can do that with Glover and Glover. It's just pleasures, you know, because it's a bunch of Grail and Moth. It's either, you know, secrets and scandals and a bunch of sex. I don't know how you have sex with a bunch of arms and legs, but I mean, Jesus Christ, dude. You might as well. Some of the audience are on their feet now. Passions are rising. Oh, they're going to buy that book for more than 2. Huh? There's the mystique that you're going to hoover up. King Crucible is now sulking. No, he burns low. This essence is used in the dancer rituals, and you can never summon him again, so it's not wise to do it until you need to. Till you get what you're looking for. You don't want the Glimmering? Oh, you will soon. Alright. I got my health back, Amy. Do I work? I can summon. I don't have to. I don't need money right now. You know, the raw prophet can summon himself. All you need is a bit of edge. Wait, where is it? All you need is a bit of edge, and you don't even need this. Look, he can summon himself, see? This is just there. You can just throw it in there, right? Of course, you don't want to fall into a despair trap with 2 maids in the mirror, so there might be a use for this ritual where she can sacrifice herself and give you, like, the percussant or something, or, you know, the mist, you know, so you can use her that way and sacrifice her before she turns into Dread or Winter. But I'm not really too worried. I could give me some mystique, but actually I don't really want to. But I'm just gonna work with my health. No, actually, why don't you work with your parish? Because I have no idea what to do. Moth is definitely passion. I know this much. Four funds for that book. There's a road you can walk that begins there in my house. If you want to talk about it, meet me there. So you can actually join the Judicious Club and talk with her in that, and that's the dancer path. However, I don't know if you're not a dancer, if it's supposed to be anything. We can try. But I'm going to sell this. I don't need the icon of St. Angus because I have something way better. I've got consecrated lintel. This is the skull of a door through which power has passed. Basically the frame of a door. Yeah, I'm not selling it, but definitely it's pretty good. The level 12 knock tool would get you in the Peacock door, but you have to have a 14 lore for it to find it, and I know what it is. It's the ship. It's the wreck of the Crucible. And it's very difficult to find because you have a 1 in 4 chance of finding it, which sucks. Okay, so I'm working with stuff, and he's not going to find anything. I'm working with my parish, and this better ask for Glimmering right away. I know it should because it's Moth. There's a Chili Essence. I could probably study those and combine them, but it's not Glimmering? It's Erudition. Well, it's a good thing I have Erudition. Oops, my bad. Glimmering will be asked for. I can almost guarantee it. Like, it's always... but so that means I'll have to work with it. Wait. I can speak with Souls Chan on Glimmering to keep one around. Not that it's completely necessary. But, you know. This is going to be a dread trap soon. There you go. Sold the items I don't need. Kept one of everything that is nice and I do need. I could paint, but I don't want notoriety. I really want a playthrough where I have one of every painting. I've had one of every painting except 2 before. And you can guess what 2. It was the lantern and the edge. Because those are the hardest ones to really find, but I found this. But the edge, since I have no idea where to find it, I could look it up. But, you know, whatever. I'm gonna fall into a dread trap. I'm gonna fall into a dread trap. And I didn't even get forever. So, whatever. Skulls of reason and passion. Okay, there we go. Don't know why I did that, because this guy's looking for stuff, but whatever. And I can search this, but this might give you fascination. Or dread. So again, the dread trap is very real. Searching this right here can give me fascination, but I don't want the lore. I got rid of all my extra lore. I don't want more. I can always just search it out, I guess. I've already done all the 6s. Here's the dread trap. Glimmering! Told you they would need it before they need the higher up one. I absolutely told you they would need it. I didn't lie, did I? Can I talk with you about this? No, of course not. Just because, you know. You can speak with her about the histories, but I want to keep that for commissions if I ever need it for that. So I don't want her to take it. Is she disappointed? It's tough to tell. And there's dread. I was looking for fascination, not dread. Piece of crap. That's scary to have 3 dread on the board at the same time. It really is. Yes. And I could use some vitality. Oh, well, I've got some contentment. I found a small happy place. So that's pretty good. Yeah. As soon as I'm done dreaming. If I can get fascination, that's even better. Through the dream. What? Glimmering. I actually was hoping for fascination this time. Well, that was the dream. I have contentment. Where's my longest living dread? This one. The other ones might tick down in time. Might be the season of dread coming up. Nope, it's the season of contentment. No. Oh, that's good, because that means I'm going to get rid of another dread. I am happy. I am happy. Find your happy place. Okay, well. Do I dare... I don't know what I'm supposed to do with preaching. Did I soft lock myself and I can't actually progress because I don't have a passion card? And I got rid of the church. I have no idea. I didn't get rid of the church. I can always get another church right here that I'm holding in my hand. But I don't want to give up the library. It's too useful. What are you? Surrender your reason, which may be permanently damaged. This is why you need the never know skill. I would never get my reason to be permanently damaged. It's bullshit. This bullshit, man. This bullshit. Okay, well, there's your vitality, man. And now that I'm dreaming, I'll get this, man. And I got this dread, man. I got this contentment, man. The contentment's going to last less time than the vitality, so I should get rid of the dread, man. Because I can get rid of these things after I sleep, man. Do I work with the parish again? What's the point? Edge and reason. I have no idea what the point is. Maybe I'll find it by accident by doing one of every single one the proper way and getting forever. I have no idea. Do you have to get forever with each one? Like, you get forever and then you go down the list and each one of them has to be done with forever because there's like an invisible counter for it. I don't know. These are things I don't know that I could experiment with. Before I look it up, of course. So contentment and dread. Like I said, 1 sleep here before I sleep here, because this is going to tick down a lot slower. So I got rid of 2 dread. Fantastic. Got a happy place, and then I got some other things, and everything's good. Everything's fine. This dread could easily just tick down, because the season of dread is not coming up. It's the season of silence. So actually, I don't even need my other happy place. This dread will go away. Look, provide passion, which occasionally might be damaged, but not permanently damaged. Or use a sanctuary, or use an open soul skill. Since passion will never be permanently damaged, it's just going to be fatigued, you might as well just throw passion in there. There's no reason why you shouldn't have an extra passion. Unless you're using all 4 all the time for painting, which I don't know why you would, unless you're trying to get rid of your open soul. You'll never know that me just continuously doing erudition all the time and getting 5 or 6 of that shit. It was like, yes, I'm repeating myself. I should repair this. Okay, forge you. It will begin to repair this, but it'll take a silver spintra, which I have. Oh, I used funds to repair this with the forge guy. Right here, the Noonstone. Yeah. But he's going to repair it with a silver spintra, which I have. So you need silver and bronze, that's the thing, when you use both of them for the peacock door. So silver is more valuable, as we know. But it never really is a problem. Well, I preached with that. It didn't go anywhere. You know, I can preach with the secret histories. Definitely, it's a reason win. But, you know, this is the last one on camera. I'm going to stop after this, and this is ticking down. It's got 6 minutes. Well, 3 minutes. Aha, you have passed the check. You have resolved a paradoxal challenge. And there's that one. These things you can search for, but that's where I got that last dread from. You can also get fascination from them. You might get... They're more negative than positive. They do help you with a few things. Uh-oh. What am I doing just watching this tick down? I can get rid of my decrepitude. I have rituals, but I don't really care. I don't want to generate fascination. And notoriety. Weren't you crippled yesterday? How come you're walking around perfect today? Notoriety. Okay, use a library or employ an open mind, a refined mind skill. Silent intensity is better. Because silent intensity gives you dread. Open mind gives you fascination. But library also gives you fascination with erudition. So there's no reason to have an open mind. Now, the pit will give you dread. Open mind will give you fascination. So that's dread and fascination. But neither of those give you erudition. Neither of them. So you're out erudition. The library is the only one that doubles up. So you'll want the library. It's the most valuable one. You need a silver spinster. Again, this is just the best way to play the game. You don't have to play it this way, but... Passion! I want to put the Forever in there, actually, to be fair. Can I speak with Solstron on Forever? I really want to know. Probably not. The answer is probably a resounding no. And the only thing you can do with this, generate notoriety for no reason at all. Alright. I was waiting for my speech command to finish so I could actually talk with her about it just to see if it happens. I'm guessing no. I'm 99% sure it won't happen. There it is. You have resolved an illumination challenge. Yes. So he fixed the mirror. Now, I don't think she'll do anything with this. However, nope, absolutely nothing except keep its timer. Joy. I don't really want to use it. It'll turn to dread, but she won't do anything with this one. That's secret history. She should give you a small level for that. Anyway, I guess we're going to preach. Can I just preach with Forever? And some reason? Actually, you can. You don't even need the lore. Any secret knowledge will likely drive them apeshit. Okay. I wonder if you could, like, upgrade your lore this way. Or give them some secret histories knowledge. Actually, is there different text if you give them the right one? No. I'm just checking. I'm checking. How come I don't have my lantern ore? Because I'm upgrading it. Maybe you have to have lantern ore and I fucked up. Yeah. Well, anyway. Give him some secret histories. Well, I could try lantern, but I think it might just have the same flavor text. You gave me that, and that's all you gave me, you piece of shit. I'm not happy with that. I really am not. I gotta get rid of that notoriety. Like, again, what's the point of that? You either get notoriety or notoriety. Gee, thanks, game. At last I understand. Yep, now I understand. That was the last check. Notoriety can't be destroyed except by a heart follower. Like, you can't use it in a ritual because it has no aspect. Talking with Soul's-chan about bullshit. So, I can't do it right now. I have 61 seconds on that. And the Age of Suspicion is on its way. Yeah. Generating Mystique. I can't generate it fast enough, so... Oh, but I can talk with Soul's-chan about that. I could have kept one of the Mystique around. I just thought about that. Like, just off by one, but... it'll be off by only like 5 seconds, so I'm not sure if that'll help. What? I don't want that again. I wasn't even teaching again. Well, actually, I kind of was, but... Well, there's your Mystique. Speak on notoriety, my friend. Speak on notoriety. Hearts. I don't use you that much, but you're probably going to be shitty. I don't have my cult. That's okay. I'll get it back in a second. Age of Suspicion. I can paint with one of the Mystiques, and I can certainly paint with the notoriety. To keep it around, if anything, right? The Age of Suspicion will be there. I can keep that Mystique around for just a small moment of time longer. There. And I can, to remember them by behead, perhaps? Sure, why not? I'll paint your portrait, you asshole. Did that give me money? Yeah, it did. Okay, well, you're not getting this. What do you need? Cult business, so you can get rid of notoriety. You are not getting this. Hello, Mr. Inspector. And you're getting this. I want you to get rid of this, please. And I kept the Mystique around specifically for that reason, so that I'll have a shield and I can try again should it fail. There you go. Let's hope it works. It doesn't always work, but let's hope it does. Uh-oh. I have a problem. Oh, but you magnet it in, so you're not going to steal it from him. You will steal this, though. Yep, that. Did you steal the shitty one or the good one? Oh, I only had one in there. Okay. So, am I going to generate more, maybe? Well, if you get rid of it, I won't need to. I won't have enough time to paint and get rid of it and get more. It's either now or never, so maybe I should summon a raw prophet. You know, just to be prepared. Because that's what you do. You know, just to have them. Just to see, you know. And it did not work, and you just generated a stupid rumor and notoriety. Which is why I was summoning the raw prophet. It was one of those cases where I probably am going to need them. And this is just how we deal with it. This is how we deal with it. You just got to deal. The rumor's pointless because I don't care if it generates notoriety, honestly, but I don't have any more people to find. I get case of mistaken identity. Okay, raw prophet, are you going to struggle? No. Thank you very much. And now I can just speak with you. You have 50 seconds on that, but then you're going to have another 60 seconds. So the raw prophet will kind of be hanging around a while in my speech command. Because I gotta do twice with him. You win twice, brother. What, can you speak on a particular rumor? I don't even want it. Can I speak on vitality? Yeah, whatever. There's no point. Alright. Do I summon another raw prophet? I could have used the raw prophet to summon another one. Yeah, just, I could have had a couple. I should have done that, just to have two. Okay, anyway. I think I'm done streaming. I'm going to have to look up what to do with the priest to get the ball rolling. It's probably something very simple, and I'm just overlooking it. But I'm now set up to do just about anything. Now I'm just going through the cycle and motions. So I'm going to save and exit. It's been fun doing the priest. The roleplay is always fun in this game. I love doing it. But once I get going with the game mechanics, it's always like, let's do game mechanics for a while and just grind these stats, because otherwise, I mean, I'm not speedrunning the game. Otherwise, I wouldn't be grinding stats like this. But because I'm not, I'm like, I am learning how to be efficient with my lore, to like not subvert every piece of lore and empty out every low-level lore, because you don't need to. It's a waste of time. So I have changed in that regard. I used to never sell anything. Anyway, see you guys later. Nice to see you, everyone.